I didn't feel like I was, maybe as sharp as I wanted to be. I was happy I could, still play pretty solid, but, didn't feel like I was maybe at my highest level. And she started playing very solid in the second. She was getting a lot of balls back, and at the end of the day, it was really a fight and a battle. Um, but I definitely hope I can improve from this match. I'm definitely not, totally satisfied with that.
What part of your game do you think you can work on?
A few things. I think I backed off a little bit in the second set. Uh, I think she was getting a lot of balls back, and I think I just wasn't hurting her enough. Um, so that was a little bit frustrating. I definitely felt like she was kind of reading where I was hitting my balls. So maybe I was being a bit too predictable. Um, so a few things like that definitely could come forward and finish a little bit more. I knew she could come up with some big shots. So I was maybe hesitating a little bit. So just a few things like that. I'd rather do, much better in my next match.
I was there in the big stadium.
It was cool. It was, yeah, my first time on Ash. Definitely special. I felt really cool that they played Genie in a Bottle during the warm up. I was like, all right, it's going well so far. This is pretty cool. They played it again at the end of the match, so I felt, I don't know, I just felt pretty cool.
Was the wind tricky in there? I mean, I'm told that's the worst stadium maybe on the planet to try to handle the wind. It was blowing at times quite hard.
Yeah, it was worse at the beginning of the match, and I mean, it was my main focus for at least a set and a half, just trying to manage it on one side. You felt you had to put so much spin to just keep the ball in the court, and the other side, I was just trying to use all my strength to hit it as hard as I could. So it was definitely something to deal with. Of course, same for both players, but definitely tricky. I mean, even stuff floating around. I would toss, and I saw like paper bags floating in this huge stadium, and it was crazy. And they couldn't do anything until it would come onto the court. So it was like stuff flying around. It was definitely an experience.
Was it tougher against or with the wind?
I preferred playing with the wind tonight, but other times against the wind is also good because you feel you have more control. But tonight I felt when I you know put enough spin and everything, it was, excuse me, a little bit easier to dominate the point.
Did the late start have any factor in the game? Or it's a night match or it's the last match?
It didn't have a factor. It's something I don't think I've ever played so late. Doing a press conference, I went at what time is it? Like 12:30 is is a first for me. So I think it's part of the U.S. Open experience. You don't get this at the French Open or Wimbledon. So I think it's exciting. I was fine if the men went 5 sets. Playing at midnight. That'd be cool. So I think it's part of it. It's fun.
People Cup in that stadium. And I've been down the court before and forgot that it's thing really strikes you. How much I guess it's like as you're tossing the ball, I see the papers flying. Sense of how tall it was.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to practice on Ash at around 6 before the match, so I got my bearings a little bit. But full of people, it's a different story, and yeah, usually, I don't know, when you toss up, you expect to see the sky sooner than you do, and this is just more people and more stands, and then finally you get to the sky up at the top. So it's really cool playing in such a huge stadium. It's like nothing else, I guess.
Did you hear the fans when they said, "We love you, Genie"? Come on, Genie. Did you hear that?
I heard some, vaguely. I really try to block it out and kind of zone in. So, but I hear, kind of noise around. I just felt like there was noise all the time, and the changeovers were like a little party scene on the court. The loud music, the fans. It was definitely kind of an entertainment type of experience, and I think that's really cool for the fans, to get into it. But I definitely felt the support out there.
CC Allister said this week that they're thinking about doing some kind of World Cup for women's tennis. Maybe have the top 8 teams in the world get together and play for a week. This is a project for now, not for sure. If it happened, would you be excited about that? Is that a good idea?
I think it's a good idea for the WTA to, try new things. If it's something the fans want, then for them to maybe consider, doing some cool different format for the fans. I think that's a great idea. at the end of the day, it's all about the fans. So
What about Zelenova and her game compared to Sustave?
I played her in my first round in Nuremberg. So I think she definitely probably doesn't hit it as hard, but she can get a lot of balls back. Although my opponent tonight got a lot of balls back. Definitely she'll mix it up a little bit more, I think. So I'm going to try, play my game, try to be more aggressive than I was tonight. I think that'll be my main goal in my next match.